Hello, everybody, and welcome to Week 5 of the OESL Rocket League. I am Jackson, joined yet again by Garrett, and today we will be watching some Moore versus Jenks. Both teams 3-1.
Yeah, so these two teams are actually our 2 and 4 seed currently as we go into Stage 5 of the OESL Championship Series in this Rocket League bout. We are currently getting into lobby, so that's getting set up right now. I believe both sides are picking their teams currently. And it's going to be a good one. This is going to really line up the playoff seeding as we get into kind of the mid-season of this OESL season.
Yeah, both teams 3-1 right now, so they're kind of fighting for that fourth win there. I think the only team that has 4 wins right now is Deer Creek. So whoever comes out on top of this, I think, should end up right behind them. So I guess we'll have to see how today goes for them. But we have seen Jenks before. We have not watched Moore yet. Jenks, we have mentioned before to be a kind of more aggressive play style sort of team. We watched them play Putnam City last time, kind of just overwhelming Putnam City with the amount of aggressiveness that they were able to force into Putnam City's defense. Guess we'll have to see what Moore can do against that.
Yeah, for sure. Moore is coming in kind of unknown. We haven't seen them before. But Jenks, we know that they have that aggression and are able to score in a hurry. As we do hop in here, Moore versus Jenks, and we have kicked off game 1 here.
Yeah, Ultra V6, MZ kills, both making some good plays here. Rowdy taking the ball there.
And something I noticed last week with Jenks is they're very good at managing their boost economy, being able to have those quick rotations because of the way they are conservative with their boost. It was really difficult for Putnam City. In fact, I'm pretty sure they didn't score a single point the entire series last week that we watched. And it's because of that boost economy that Jenks was able to have.
Yeah, for sure. Right now, Jenks doing a good job of just keeping possession on Moore's side right here. Rowdy going to have to make a little bit of a save, but Icy is right there with kills not far behind to try to make some momentum happening. The rotation's looking really good for Jenks right now, consistently keeping control of this ball. A minute down off the clock. Moore takes possession back, gets a bit of a demolition there onto Icy. Jenks going to have to play a little bit safer here before Icy comes back. Ultra V6 going to get control of this ball. Going to take this down to Moore's side. Going to get a little bit of a flick off that wall, but does get saved on the side of Moore. Another demolition onto Icy. Starting off a little rough here for Icy. Going to go ahead and retake possession of this ball. Ultra V6 going to go up for it, but Dallas is ready. Doesn't quite get to it. Rowdy beating Icy to the ball. Jenks going to keep control onto Moore's side, though. Ultra V6 going to hit it off that wall. Icy just going to back up a little bit, retaking possession, trying to play as much control of the game as possible, keeping it on Moore's side. If Jenks doesn't get it onto their side, then Moore can't take any shots, and that's what they're looking for. A bit of a shot trying to come out from Jenks. The save coming out from Falling, though, on the side of Moore. Rowdy going to try to clear this ball out, doesn't quite get to it. Dallas going to go ahead and send it over. Icy getting to it first, going to try to follow it to keep possession of this ball. Rowdy going to send it over, though. Kills going to regain it. Dallas, Icy going up for this, Falling, beating him to it. Ultra V6 looking to send it over. Possession still in Jenks' favor right now. Going to get a bit of a flick. Dallas trying to take possession there and get the ball out of their goal. Doesn't quite get to it, though. Ultra V6 with a nice flick over Falling and Dallas.
Yeah, a great little micro move there at the end for the Jenks team. That entire possession, it felt like Jenks had so much pressure, constantly getting good shots on the goal, while Moore had to play really defensive and cause their defense to slowly collapse. And with that final micro move, being able to finally get the first point on the board.
Yeah, getting some quick possession here for Moore on Jenks' side. Going to try to make something happen. Kill's going to go up for it. Does get the clear, but it is going to go right into Dallas. Dallas trying to get a bit of a flick into Jenks' goal. Into Rowdy. Rowdy there, ready for that double tap finish into that goal. MZ Kills trying to make something happen there with Ultra V6 and Icy. But unfortunately, Ultra V6 and Icy both double commit onto that ball, leaving the goal wide open for a nice finish for Rowdy.
Right, Rowdy being able to finish up on that point, fantastic play. Something that we saw lacking from the game last week, and Jenks maybe got a little used to their game last week where they weren't being punished by that follow-up, as we saw that double commit there on that goal. A really great catch-up point for Moore.
Yeah, a nice beat there from Kills. Falling, gonna regain control of this ball, beats Icy, but Icy does bump him out. Rowdy up in the air, doesn't quite get the shot that they wanted. Dallas just trying to regain control, does get it, but it is going to go straight into Icy over a teammate as well. Kills does manage to get it up in the air, but doesn't quite get it into the net. No players remaining there for Jenks. An unfortunate double commit onto the ball to try to finish that up. Icy does regain control here, though. Dallas going to send the clear back to Jenks' side. Jenks regaining control yet again. Rowdy going to try to get a flick towards the middle. No more players there ready to get the second touch there. Dallas going to try to make something happen. Takes the shot towards the goal. Doesn't quite get the touch that they wanted. Falling, trying to make something happen. But Ultra V6 is there, ready to hit it out. Icy going to follow up on the possession here. Ultra V6 up into Kills. Kills getting a bit of an air dribble here. Going to try to send it down. Does hit the crossbar. Falling, going to retake possession here. Rowdy, Ultra V6 getting the flick over their head. Icy going to try to take possession of this to try to get a shot. Doesn't quite get it. Rowdy up for the ball. Dallas going to regain control here. Does get it over Icy's head into Rowdy. Kills going to take the ball here, though. Icy with the clear. Rowdy up for it, not letting Jenks have anything into Falling, but Ultra V6 is there. Just faster. Kills going to try to get a flick out. A bit of an awkward angle. Does manage to get it out of the net, though. 30 seconds remaining. Both teams 1-1. Might be looking at an overtime here unless one of these teams can make a winning drive here. Rowdy going to get a nice touch onto that ball, forcing Icy to have to recover a little bit. Nice save there, though, from Jenks. Icy going to follow this ball. Dallas trying to make a bit of a save. Doesn't quite get there. Ultra V6 trying to take the shot. Doesn't quite get it. 5 seconds remaining. The last drive here. Jenks going to try to make something happen. Nobody gets to it. That will be our first overtime that we have seen this season. 1-1, Jenks and Moore. Starting off with some more possession. Going to go into Icy. Getting it over their head. Dallas, the only one remaining. Dallas does get a nice flick over the head of Icy. Doesn't quite get the shot that they wanted. Dallas going to try to make something happen there. Rowdy following it up, but Ultra V6 is there ready to take the ball away. Kills managing to get the save, is going to follow up on it. Dallas maybe trying to take it, decides to fake a little bit. Ultra V6 getting the ball out of their hands. Icy going to follow it up with this possession. Rowdy over the head of Icy there. Potentially a shot here, doesn't quite get it. Falling, chasing Kills for the ball. Kills does manage to get it first. Moore decides to back off, play a little bit more defensively. Icy over their head. Dallas and Rowdy can't quite get to it. A nice slot there from Icy, threading the needle between two of Moore's defenders.
Yeah, and Moore wasn't ready for that shift. Moore had so much pressure at the beginning of that overtime session, but all of a sudden, Icy being able to get that little thread through exactly what they needed to secure that Game 1 victory. If you're Moore, you can't be upset with how you played. Just a couple of mistakes here and there that were able to be capitalized on by Jenks. Jenks, a great job actually being able to capitalize on those few mistakes that Moore showed, but definitely we are in for a series, Jackson.
Yeah, and these stats very even for both teams. Both teams doing really well. Of course, going into overtime, game was really, really close. It just came down to that last possession. Who made the mistake first? And it ended up just being Moore. They had two defenders back, but unfortunately, Icy saw the opportunity, sends it below Dallas and above Falling, it looked like, and was able to just kind of slot that ball in without Moore being able to do a whole lot about it. But it is a best of 5, so Moore does have the opportunity to come back. Jenks still needing 2 more wins here. We will be getting into this next game right in the kickoff. Kills going to try to get something started. Doesn't quite get it, though. Falling with a bit of a 50-50 there. Icy does get it around Rowdy. That will be an early goal for Jenks. Defender for Moore, not quite ready for it. Looks like it might have been Dallas that was back there. Just wasn't expecting the slot over the other player's head. That will be an early goal, 9 seconds in for Jenks.
Yeah, I think Dallas was expecting the contested hit there, not the full clear from Icy. But, you know, great play by Icy being able to get that first contact and sending it over the Moore defender. And we see a quick 1-0 Jenks lead, similar to what we saw in game 1.
Yeah, and Jenks now taking some early possession again. Doesn't quite get the shot that they wanted. Icy ready for it, but Rowdy was there. Icy with a nice double tap off the defender.
Icy is heating up. A great bounce back right there from the defender, being able to finish off his own shot and get Jenks that quick 2-0 lead here against Moore in game 2.
Yeah, Rowdy just in an unfortunate position. Does end up going off Rowdy, and Icy reading it really well. Able to take that second shot there. Icy with 2 goals to start. Rowdy going to take some quick possession on Jenks' side, though. Looking like it might have been a nice shot, but not quite in. Icy going to take possession of this ball, going for the hat trick here. Does get it over Falling's head there. Kill's going to try to send it out. Rowdy there. Rowdy and Dallas both taking that defensive stand there. Falling gonna get it over Jenks' head. Icy trying to take it, doesn't quite get there. Dallas with the follow-up. What a clean assist there. Falling right into the front of the goal with Dallas being able to just clean that up. Kills not quite getting the touch that they wanted on the ball. A comeback starting here for Moore, still down 1 goal.
Yeah, really nice cleanup there from Dallas, or sorry, from Falling to Dallas, being able to get that quick strike in. Now you're only down 1 point if you're Moore. Very, very winnable game here that they have. Really just need to make sure not to let Icy do his thing like he has been doing in this game too, and be able to get that next point on the board.
Yeah, Icy gonna take control of this ball. Dallas just looking to get these rotations. Going to take that boost there. Icy going to try to get a bit of an air dribble off
a lot
this
of
wall
boost
here,
to work
make something
with.
happen. But Dallas manages to send it away. Dallas versus Kills. Dallas does get it over Kills' head. Kills managing to get to that ball before a Moore player could slot that in. Falling going to try for a bit of a long shot. Doesn't quite get it in. Rowdy going to take control of this. Going to try to make something happen. Icy and Ultra V6 both going for it. Dallas with a bit of a flick. Rowdy's up for it. Again, slots it in that top right corner. Nice ball control here from Moore, just keeping it in possession, keeping all 3 of Jenks' players just scrambling in this goal here. But Rowdy able to just slot it in that top right corner. 2-2 here. Now evening this game back up.
So much offensive pressure from Moore, being able to just collapse the rotations that Jenks needed to have, slowly losing their booster impact and their positioning that they could have on the goals there. And shot after shot finally gets dunked in for Moore.
Yeah, gonna get control of the ball here on the side of Jenks. Kills, sends that over Falling's head into Rowdy. Rowdy does end up taking a demolition there. But Moore still gaining control of the ball as much as they can. Icy going to go up for this air dribble. Doesn't quite get it. Rowdy around Jenks' defender, but can't quite clean it up. Kills ready to take possession of that shot. Icy going to be up for it. Going to keep following this ball, try to make something happen, but Rowdy does send it out. Going to try for a shot here. Kills ready for it. Dallas trying to clean it up. Doesn't quite get there. Icy up for it, Falling ready. Rowdy does go ahead and send that out, though. Rowdy's still ready for it. Is going to go up for it. Can Icy defend this? Icy does get the cleanup. Dallas, 2 kills.
2-on-1 for Jenks here.
Falling sends it out into Dallas. Dallas quickly going up for it. Rowdy ready for it, too. Gets around Ultra V6. It was only 1 defender remaining here for Jenks. Kills and Icy trying to go on that offensive drive. Doesn't quite get it. Ultra V6 the only one remaining. But with Rowdy and Falling both ready, just not much they could do. Moore quickly regaining the lead in this game.
Right, 3 unanswered points for Moore here. You feel the momentum swinging, especially after that. Jenks, I should not say anything. Holy caster curse. Jenks with a quick strike there from Icy off of the tip-off, being able to see the follow-up, and then Ultra V6 with the final tip in.
Yeah, Ultra V6 just in the right position there. An unfortunate kickoff from Moore there. Not quite where they wanted that ball to end up landing. Kills versus Rowdy is going to be sent onto Moore's side. Moore just trying to get control of this. Falling, trying to get this ball. Tries to send it in. Kills ready for it, though. Doesn't quite get it. Still a tie game here. 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Icy going to take this big boost and continue some control of this ball. Into Kills. Trying to get a little bit of a pinch there, maybe into the net. Doesn't quite get it, though. Ultra V6 going to send it to the middle, but Dallas ready for it, sends it out. Icy going to send it back towards the middle, but Falling was ready for it. Right into Rowdy, slotting it in between both of Jinx's defenders.
Yeah, Moore has this really exceptional talent to be able to dribble the ball, but also just awareness on where their teammates are. As we see Falling be able to pass that perfectly to Rowdy, who had the better angle on the score.
Something that we've been seeing in these games that we haven't seen in the past is just a lot of good possession holding. A lot of, if you have possession of the ball, the other team can't score. So instead of just clearing it to the other side and letting the enemy team get possession of this ball, you're focused on keeping possession for as long as possible until you get the opportunity to take the shot. And both teams are doing that really well right now. But Moore just having this game up, or this point up on Jinx right now. 45 seconds remaining. Jinx going to have to get a little bit more aggressive to try to make something happen. Moore just looking to keep the ball out of their hands, continuing possession as long as they possibly can. Just kind of sending this ball around the map, not necessarily looking for a shot, but just trying to keep the ball out of their half. And that is what Moore is doing really well right now. Falling, going to try to take a shot into Rowdy, doesn't quite get it. Kill's going to go over Dallas's head. Looks like this is the opportunity. Icy does send that in. I think Moore was looking for a bit of some just ball control and looking to not let Jinx have the score, but decided to play a little bit more aggressively to try to get another point in. But I think that is where the slip up happened, and Jinx was just able to capitalize on the mistake and take that 4th point. With only 15 seconds remaining, can another team slot one in before overtime?
And that's Icy's official 3rd point, making him have the hat trick in this game too, as we were counting down the last 8 seconds. Tie game. We might go into OT for a 2nd game here, Amnesia.
Yeah, gonna see if Moore can slot one in at the very end! And there's Rowdy with the final cleanup on the very last second of this game. Dallas just forcing out kills. Icy trying to follow it up because kills couldn't make anything happen and just manages to take that slot. What a play there from Moore, just staggering Jinx's defenders so they could slot in that final one. A hat trick there for Rowdy to clean up the game. A hat trick from Icy as well, but doesn't quite get it. Some exciting games so far, 1-1.
And the biggest difference in this game is look at the amount of shots that Moore had, the opportunities. They had a total of 15 shots with 5 goals, while Jinx only had 9 shots on 4 goals. A lot better percentage if you're Jinx, but just getting that many opportunities on the goal, it's going to be impossible to not let up points like Jinx did. And, of course, I had to talk about Icy's hat trick, so I'll talk about Rowdy's. How about that end-of-game goal? A really fantastic play being able to make that and force this series 1-1.
Yeah, on the very last second, too. But going into this next game, Icy going to start off again, feeling it after that last game. Wants some redemption, it seems like. Gets a nice flip into that top shot, taking 1-0 for the first 6 seconds of this game.
This is looking like a Big 12 football game. I'll tell you what. No defense being played, points scored galore. Hey, I enjoy it. I enjoy being able to cast goals rather than passes. As we do see Jenks here on the offensive again, already up 1-0, trying to keep it on that side of the court, but it looks like Moore's going to start getting possession of the ball here. Jenks taking it back to Moore's side of the field. Icy taking the dribble up a little top off the crossbar, looking for the follow-up from Kills. A nice little bounce there, but going to be cleared out from Moore.
Ultra V6 going to try to take the shot, doesn't quite get it. Rowdy going to regain control of this ball, but Kills does send it out into Dallas. Dallas going to try to follow this up, but Icy does make it there first, takes that big boost, is going to regain control of this ball. Going to try to air dribble a little bit, but Falling sends it right down, sends that ball down into Rowdy. Kills going to go ahead and get to it first, though. Dallas and Falling ready for it. Falling going to go ahead and send that shot. Ultra V6 not quite getting to it. Icy not getting to it either. Both of Jinx's defenders just unfortunately not getting the touch on the ball that they wanted, and Falling does get a nice slot over Icy's head right into the center of that goal, tying up this game again.
I'm pretty sure Ultra V6 actually ran out of boost in the middle of trying to defend that pass, and that floater just goes right over and straight in. A pretty sight to see.
Yeah, Jinx going to get some early possession here, right into Icy, over Dallas's head. Kill's going to try to make something happen, but Rowdy reads it, is able to get a nice send out, but Ultra V6 will stop the momentum. Falling, going to try to make something happen, but Kills was ready for it. Dallas over Icy's head does manage to regain possession of the ball. Falling, going to follow up on it. Kills going to go ahead and take possession of that. Rowdy getting a demo. Dallas just trying to make something happen here. Icy does send it out. Falling, going to try to make something happen, but Kills is going to win that 50-50 there. Dallas going to try to get a bit of a bicycle hit there over to Ultra V6. Falling, taking possession of this ball. Rowdy ready for it, but Rowdy going to get demoed yet again. Moore now down 2 players. Rowdy does come back, gets the send out. Rowdy going to try to make something happen here, but sends the ball towards that left side. Dallas looking for it. Kill's going to send it out, though. No defenders left for Moore except for Rowdy. Icy looking for it. Rowdy just couldn't read it. Icy breaking the axles off that Moore defender there.
Yeah, Icy being able to dribble this and have the rotational piece that he does from the bicycle hit, getting that right past that Moore player. Really amazing play from Icy there, being able to take this 2-1 lead as we just passed the 3rd minute in this game.
Rowdy going to take some quick possession, going to try to get the slot. Doesn't quite get it. Dallas there ready to follow up, but Jinx just regaining some control of that ball. Ultra V6 going to get that flick towards the center, but Rowdy was ready for it. Going to send it over to Jinx's side. Kill's going to get this ball back, is going to try to keep possession as long as possible, sending it down. Icy ready to regain possession. Isn't quite going to get it. Falling over Ultra V6's head. Only player remaining is Kills. Does end up sending that out. Ultra V6 going to get there. Kills looking for this ball. Dallas does get there first. Ultra V6 going to send it down. Rowdy ready for this defense. Falling going to go ahead and hit that ball. Ultra V6 trying to make it towards the center. Doesn't quite get the pass. Icy off the wall, but right into Dallas. Dallas just trying to get this ball out of their half. Feeling a little bit more comfortable now. Falling. Icy gets there second, is able to get it in. Kills trying to make a bit of a slot there, but not quite an epic save coming out from Rowdy. Falling versus Icy. Falling just going to go ahead and back off. Icy not quite sure what to do there. Doesn't quite get the touch. Kills going to try to get down for it. Falling trying to make a shot. Icy going to go over that ball there, but Ultra V6 will be there to take it back. Icy sending a clear down into Moore's side, but Moore is going to regain possession with no Jinx players following up on that ball. Rowdy going to try to send it towards the middle. Doesn't quite get the touch. Dallas trying to follow up on it, but just can't get there. Falling into Ultra V6. Icy taking possession back of this ball. Dallas going to go ahead and send that back to Jinx's side. It's just a back and forth right now. Icy is going to get demoed by Rowdy there. Only 2 players for Jinx on defense there. Ultra V6 getting a nice defensive stand there. Icy going to try to make something happen, but doesn't quite get on the side of the ball that they wanted. Dallas going to try to make something happen here. Ultra V6 going to send that ball off the wall there. Rowdy trying to get it back. Doesn't quite get there. Falling is going to try to get it, but doesn't get the touch into Dallas. Rowdy doesn't get it either. No defenders left except for Falling. Can Jinx get one more in? Doesn't quite get the shot on the net. Just hitting that crossbar a couple times. Moore going to have to make something happen with these 30 seconds being down this goal. Try to regain possession. Dallas gets it over. Doesn't quite get it though. Rowdy not getting the ball out of their hands. A demolition onto Icy. This is their opportunity. Rowdy into Dallas, but doesn't quite get there. Kills is able to get there first. Falling going to make the final stand. Sends it towards the middle, but Kills and Icy are ready. 2 seconds left. Rowdy, 1 second left, is going to hit that ground. Unfortunately, Moore had a couple nice drives there at the end, but Jinx going to send it to game 3. Send it to match point.
Send it to 4. Yeah, game 4 happening here. Jinx up 2-1. We have Moore in this stat line, a lot less shots actually taken. Jenks had a great time of possession there, being able to dominate the game. Moore not having those opportunities, being able to, or being forced to play on the defensive all the time, just means that they're not going to have any opportunities to get points on the board. After those two quick strikes from Jenks in the first minute of the game, Moore slowly had to crawl back and wasn't able to get the points that they wanted to, like we saw in that shootout in game 2.
Yeah, now being on match point, Moore going to have to try and play a bit more aggressively maybe in these games. Both teams looking really good, though. You know, Moore having a lot of good shots. They also won that second game there, so they know that they can beat Jenks.
And I noticed that Jenks was really disrupting the passing lanes that we saw Moore do a really great job on game 2. Not letting them get those assists to goals and forcing the Moore players to actually dribble past other players. And that seems to be something that Jenks is a little bit stronger on, are those solo dribble sauce plays.
Yeah, Ultra V6 going to take possession of this ball here, going to try to make something happen. Unfortunately, goes past the ball a little bit. Falling, going to send it out. Kills ready for it, though. Falling, just looking for it. Rowdy going to go ahead and take the opportunity to send that towards the middle. Dallas getting stuttered a little bit. Falling, sends it into Rowdy. Going to go ahead and clear that out. Oh, no defenders left here for Jenks, but Falling doesn't quite get the touch on the ball that they were looking for. Dallas going to go ahead and send that to Jenks' side, but Kills was ready for it. Rowdy over Kills' head into Icy. Just a back and forth right now. Icy going to go up for it. Going to try to get the flip reset. Doesn't quite get there, though. Falling, sends it out. Icy regaining control here. Going to go up for it. Doesn't quite get it. Dallas into Falling. No defenders left again for Jenks. Just an unfortunate misplay on that rotation from Jenks. Not quite sure what defenders they had left. Kills trying to go for an aggressive play, but Ultra V6 just wasn't back yet. Moore taking the opportunity of that Jenks mistake.
Yeah, a great play from Moore there, being able to capitalize on that, and that's the point that they were lacking from the last game. Moore has not led a lot in these series other than Game 2, and Game 2 is their only win that they came out. So it's interesting to see how aggressive this aggressive Jenks team will actually play when they are down in this deficit.
Yeah, and it looks like Moore's just going to try to keep this possession on the side of Jenks. Icy going to get it back. Falling, going for the 50-50. Does send it a little bit on the Moore side, but Rowdy is there. Another 50-50 back on the Moore side. Dallas getting a bit of a flip there. Icy going to try to take the shot. Hits that crossbar, though. Kills there for the follow-up. Ultra V6 ready for the triple follow-up. 2 assists there into the finish there for Jenks. MZ Kills, sending it towards the middle. Icy into MZ Kills. MZ Kills into Ultra V6. They heard us when we said that they had a little bit of a rotation mistake, so they had to prove that they know how to do some rotations. Just some perfect rotating there from the side of Jenks, tying this game back up.
Yeah, and if you're Moore, that is so difficult to defend. Being able to have that synergy, everyone in the right place at once, not twice, but 3 times being able to finish off that goal, it's a point you're okay giving up if you're Jenks.
Yeah, Icy going to get a clear there into Rowdy. Rowdy trying to make something happen, but just doesn't get to it. Another nice positioning shot. Dallas just tried to get that save, but Icy unfortunately sending it over. Rowdy trying to send that out, but just doesn't quite get to it.
Yeah, a great long floater from Icy there. Usually when you're looking for those clears, you expect them to land in the corners on the offensive side, but he was able to land that directly in the middle of the goal, and Moore just didn't have their rotations back at that point.
Ultra V6 into Icy. Not getting the finish, a demolition onto Falling. But Rowdy's going to keep control of this ball, maybe trying to slot one in on their own. Doesn't quite get there, though. All of Jenks' players there ready for it. Falling up for it. Going to try to get the second touch here. Hits that left post. Dallas into Rowdy. Falling going back up for it, actually. Right, Dallas ready for it. I don't think Icy was ready for it to just go straight down, but does manage to get to it faster. Rowdy going to send it back towards Jinx's side, goes up for it, hits it into that corner, back to center, into Dallas versus Ultra V6. Dallas does manage to get it over Ultra V6's head, but it will still go onto the side of Moore, right into the center. Demolition onto Rowdy and Dallas. Only one player remaining here, and it's falling. Rowdy does respawn at the right time. Kill's going to try to get the slot. Doesn't quite get there, though. All three of Moore's players back here ready to make this stand. Jinx just getting a nice offensive drive here. Only 60 seconds remaining in this game. Moore just needs to regain possession of this ball. Jinx doing a great job of keeping it away from them. Demolition onto Ultra V6. Icy does get it sent over their head. Rowdy versus Kills. Kills manages to get there a little bit faster. Falling. Gonna go ahead and get that clear. Dallas. A demolition onto Icy. That was looking good for Moore, but just doesn't quite clean it up. Falling there, ready for it. Looked like Jinx wanted to get a little bit of control on this ball instead of just sending it away. Kills looking to just try to make something happen, but Falling was ready to follow it up. Tie game here with 36 seconds remaining.
Icy respawned in such an awkward spot for when the ball was positioned and lost the dribble duel against Falling. Falling being able to make an excellent play, actually getting past all three defenders there for Moore and tying this game with 30 seconds left.
25 seconds. On Moore's side, shot from Jinx. Doesn't quite get it in, though. Ultra V6 over Rowdy. Dallas going to go up for this. Gets beat by Icy. Falling, regaining control. Beats Icy into kills, but Dallas, unfortunately, taking that hit. Rowdy going to go ahead and save the ball a little bit. 5 seconds remaining. Icy getting the slot on the right side. Moore did have a defender remaining here on the side of Rowdy. Rowdy just trying for it. You can see all three of Moore's players going up for that, but Icy just getting the nice slot there, putting them to 3. Only 5 seconds remaining for Moore to make a shot happen.
And Rowdy had already had the issue of blocking the first shot. Getting to that second one from Icy, especially from that distance, is going to be incredibly difficult for him to do, and we see Icy be able to capitalize on it once again. Just in the last 2 matches, 3 goals from Icy?
Yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, 5 goals from Icy.
Yeah, hat trick last game.
Yeah, hat trick in
that game.
Yeah, wow. A really, really great showing from Icy and the rest of the Jenks Trojans during that.
Yeah, and that will be the 3 for Jinx. Moore keeping it really close, though. A couple of those games looking really good, especially Game 2 after they took that win. Even starting Game 3 or Game 4, I think, a little bit ahead, but just Jinx able to get the nice shots on that net. Icy having some really good positioning with that ball, able to just get it around Moore's defenders. I don't think Moore ever had a time when they didn't have a defender back. Moore was doing arguably an amazing job at getting those rotations, but Jinx was just kind of reading the small mistakes a little bit better and was able to clean those up.
Yeah, in the game that we saw Moore win, I thought they did a great job passing from player to player and actually causing Jinx to beat themselves and throw themselves out of rotation. But after that Game 2 and a little bit into Game 3, they really shifted away from that, trying to go on a lot more of the dribble plays. And while we saw players like Falling make those amazing plays, getting past 3 of them at once, they struggled getting a little more offensively, like we saw that 5-4 match in Game 2. So I think if you're Moore, you need to go back and look back at your passing plays and how you're going to synergize with your teammates a little bit more.
Yeah, and now with Jinx taking that 4th win, 4-1, just gunning for Deer Creek now. We will see you guys next week for Week 6 of Rocket League.